Oh my god. We got this.
It was April 1st, 2001. I was at home watching TV when I heard a big bang on my back door. I didn't know who or what it was. Thought it was a raccoon or something.
What do you
So I
mean?
kept watching TV.
Raccoon's not
I
gonna
will never forget what I heard. Someone
I
whispered,
swear it's
"I am coming for you." I turned to see who it was, but no one was there. I went outside and yelled, "Who's there?" I went back inside, and then I saw it. It was a man with a white rabbit
who's
mask
that
holding a
from?
kitchen
You know what
knife.
it's called? Is that
I ran to the
Fortnite?
kitchen and grabbed a knife and turned on
Is
the
that-
light.
is
The
that-
guy took off his mask, and it was my friend, Fred. I was relieved, and he yelled, "April Fools!"
It's
I
April?
asked how he managed to get so far when he whispered in my ear. He looked confused. To my surprise, he said, "I never whispered in your ear."
Oh,
That's when I knew something was in my house. I told Fred to hide and call the cops.
What has to be?
When the cops got there, they saw a man with long black hair robbing stuff from my house. He had a pistol and some pocket knives. The cops told me he had broke out of prison a couple days before the incident.
What is that?
ugh.
God.
The guy was eating glass. Ew. Is that the story name or? Yes, it's the
Back then, my brother and I used to play with a lot of guns, especially water
Oh,
guns.
I thought they were in the green.
One night, we got our
Yeah.
flashlights and
Yeah.
pretended we were the police. It was around 10 p.m. We were in the backyard with my brother's friend playing when we
looks like
saw
a
a
girl.
tall black guy. We were just staring at him.
Sorry.
I don't know who he was or why he was there. Then he suddenly said, "Hey, can I play with you?"
No.
"Bitch, please," my brother
This
said.
random stranger who just came
Then
from
the
our
tall
backyard.
guy seemed to go into a strange position and smiled at us creepily. I was so scared, so I aimed my gun at the guy when my flashlight lit up the face of the man.
He's like an
I will never forget what I saw. There was a big X on the middle of his forehead, and the guy was eating a piece of glass, literally eating it and bleeding. We didn't know what to do while we ran back into the house. My brother's friend jumped outside the fence and he didn't come back. We were standing near the window, and my brother told me to
Near the
call mom
window.
and dad.
This guy's amazing.
When I called my mom, I heard a loud smash coming from the big window on the front
He's
door.
powerful. Oh my god.
My brother
He must
quickly
be like
grabbed
a
my
sumo
shirt and
wrestler.
dragged me upstairs.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
At that moment, I couldn't talk to my mom because then I would make a sound. We stayed silent for about 20 seconds. Then we heard a footstep near my side. I was about to tilt my head to take a look when I suddenly heard a gun get reloaded. My brother quickly punched the guy.
John
I
Cena!
ran so fast
John
downstairs.
Cena.
We had to live.
His brother.
We were almost to the door when we heard a gunshot. We quickly ran to the nearest
He shot
neighborhood
his mom.
and told someone what happened. We called mom and dad and also dialed 911.
Okay.
When the police came to our house, they found fresh blood trails from the living room to the bathroom. There, they found the guy bleeding to death,
But
as if the guy wanted us to watch him commit suicide or possibly kill us. Well, I don't know, but that was some serious madhouse shit, and I would never, ever forget
my
what
God.
happened. Black-eyed woman.
glitch mode. Yeah.
Guys, it was a glitch 2.0.
I was 11 years old at the time. It was a horrible event. I lived in Texas, but my family decided to go to California during the summer of
How do you drive
2015.
a car?
Terrible. That would
It
be
wasn't going to be a
terrible.
long time, so my family of 6,
Yeah,
including
but then
me,
you would
stayed
go
at my aunt's house. One night, my parents went to a party, and both of my brothers and I didn't want to go, so we stayed behind. My aunt's daughter stayed with us too. It was around 6 p.m. My parents said they were coming back around 2 a.m. Hearing that gave me goosebumps, since we were staying at a 2-story
That's
house.
not a boy.
I've always been
That's a
scared
man.
of 2-story
He's
houses for
got
this
man
reason.
up.
That was a man,
As soon
bro.
as our parents left, we all decided to eat snacks.
Like,
Well,
snacks.
we wanted to, but there weren't any. My cousin asked us
They
if we
probably
wanted to go
broke.
to the store
What's a
with her.
cousin? She's a
Since
girl.
she was already 19, she could drive by herself. My brother said yes, but I told him I do want snacks, but I don't want to go. I thought that my brothers would want to stay behind too, since they were just 2 years older than me. But instead, they just said, okay. They all left without me. I was all alone.
That would be so scary. I would
15 minutes in, I was sitting on the couch playing on my iPad.
Brawl Stars.
Suddenly, I heard a sound coming from upstairs. I decided to check what it was, but as soon as I started to go up the stairs, a glass cup fell down the stairs.
Horror movie.
I ran to my uncle's room and hid inside the closet.
Closet.
After 2
What's
minutes
going
of
on
hiding,
there? I
the
don't know why I
lights in
did
the
that.
room started flashing.
Dude.
I could see it from the crack under the door. I wanted to text my brother, but I left the iPad on the couch. Soon after, I heard another sound from upstairs.
I give up.
Well, that's how I knew that whatever was doing all the scary stuff was definitely upstairs. I decided to run out of the house, and then tried to ask the next door neighbors to let me into their house for a bit.
Why?
But before I could, I checked the upstairs window when I got outside, and I saw a figure in one of the rooms. It was a clear image since it was barely 7 p.m.
Bloody
The
Mary.
figure was definitely the creepiest thing I've
Yeah,
ever seen in
check
my
out our
life.
video.
I saw a woman with a black dress. She was pale and had dark eyes. It was as if she accidentally messed up her makeup and got black makeup all around her eyes.
That's it.
She also looked kind of like a nun. I stood there, watching her for like 10 seconds. And then I saw a car driving in from the side. I moved near the garage and the car came closer. It parked at the house. I realized it was my cousin with both of my brothers. I was relieved. They asked me why I was outside, and I said I wanted to take a picture of the house from outside.
Sure.
I didn't tell them the truth. They didn't realize I didn't have my iPad when I said this.
Oh my
Once we got
God.
inside the house, I followed them upstairs. I was obviously behind them since I was scared. Nothing happened the rest of the day until that night.
Until that.
It was 10 p.m.
That word.
It was raining.
Until.
I just wanted to see the thunder, so I moved the curtains to look out the window.
Why can't
A bit of light came in because of the lightning. And that's when I saw it again. The figure was in the neighbor's parkway, just staring at the house. I will never forget that night, no matter how hard I try. Sometimes, while I'm having fun, I'll stop and remember, and the thought always ruins my day. The thought that the woman from that night might always be out there looking for me.
Are these even true stories?
Maybe. They're fake. What do you mean? I swear that makeup girl
This
was trying
event
to look some
happened when I was
makeup
around
and she messed
13
up.
years old. I was going on a family road trip with my parents and siblings. My brother was
So this
16 at the
is the end of
time
the
and my
video?
half-sister was 21. I don't completely remember
Yeah,
where
I
we
think
were
this is the
going
end
or
of the
where we
video.
stayed since it was
Bye,
almost
losers.
15 years ago.